Thanks for hopping on this morning. Appreciate y'all being here today. I think we may have a few others. We had a good amount
Yeah,
of people
it's
signed
on.
up for this call, so bear
No
with me
problem.
if I
I'll
get
let you
a
go.
little distracted and I'm letting people on. And the other thing is sometimes people like to sign up and then they want the video sent to them a little bit later. So appreciate you joining us for a little different format of a learning session, kind of a coffee chat. I just made my coffee this morning. Wonder if you've had yours yet or not. Hopefully, you've signed up to join a learning session with Cheddar Up about group gift giving. So that's primarily what we're here to talk about today. I did go ahead. My name is Heather, and I'm our user success and digital learning manager here at Cheddar Up. And hopefully, you got an email from me inviting you to join this conversation. We did also post this in a few different Facebook groups and places like that. So if you're here for something different, I do host learning sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I do a general walkthrough of our product on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Mountain Time, and then typically on Thursdays, so I will have a separate learning session today at 12 p.m. as well, and that will be more of an Ask Anything. So I am primarily focused today on group gifting. And hopefully that's the topic that you came for. So glad you're here. A couple of things that I'll walk through. I did see one person on this call that I'm going to just maybe ask her a question or two because she's somebody that has used our group gifting features. So one other thing I forgot to mention too, we do have the chat going right now. So go ahead if you guys have questions, if you want to throw anything into chat, please do. We're a small group, so just feel free if you want to unmute and just ask me questions, that's fine. And then I'll give you a little bit of a quick agenda. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up our Cheddar Up dashboard. I'm going to show you some examples using Cheddar Up to coordinate or organize a group gift. And then I will show you what things look like on the back end. So some people, they use us, they gather money through Cheddar Up, and then they like to use our gift card store. So with the Cheddar Up gift card store, you can send money to recipients and they can pick from several different gift card options. So I'm going to show you that whole flow today, okay? Like I said, if you have questions, feel free to unmute, and hopefully that's what you're here for today. It's a little bit of a special learning session, a 10 a.m. session. So let me pull up the dashboard. And while we're at it, I do see somebody on this call. Her name is Katie. I'm not sure if you guys see her. Katie, I do appreciate you joining us today. It's so nice that you're here. Yeah, and you're somebody that's actually used our gift card store. And I do have a couple use cases. I'm going to show a few examples of a collection that you guys did over at Greenwood Elementary PTCO. So do you mind maybe just giving a couple of like 2-minute rundown of how you use the gift store, how it worked for you, and then I'll show everybody all the features and all of that. But would love to just hear your own little personal experience.
Sure. So we're actually getting ready to use you guys again for our end of year donation for teachers. But essentially, you guys really helped us with the pain point in collecting the money and then being able to go directly to a gift store shop and have the teachers pick out whatever they wanted. Whereas previously, we were collecting the money, transferring it to someone's personal account, and then ordering the gift cards on the teacher's behalf, and then having to distribute those. So streamlining from collection directly to gift card shop has been a huge improvement for us.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, Katie, they had done something similar to this, but they hadn't used Cheddar Up for the full flow. They weren't aware of the gift card store that we have. And so, once learned about that feature, it was one that they added in. So, they collected money, but then they also used us to distribute the money through the gift card store. So yeah, that's great. And I was able to help Katie and our partner Jen, her volunteer cohort with part of that process as well. And so it was good for me too. Something else is I am also a user of Cheddar Up and I'm an organizer myself. So I help on my children's swim team. I help on my school's PTO. And so I did actually recently use our gift card feature as well to coordinate gifts for a coaches group. So my daughter's swim team. So let me show you guys a few examples. So a couple of things here. So you'll see I am right now logged into the Cheddar Up dashboard. Hopefully you'll notice this is familiar to you. You've used us before. So if you haven't, just a really quick background on Cheddar Up and how you get started. So we're an online group payment platform. You can also organize your group. You can send gift cards. You can do all different things that you might need to coordinate or organize a group, including payments and gathering information. When you first get started with us, you'll come to our website, cheddarup.com, and you'll just create an account. Once you create an account, you land here in the dashboard. So those of you that have used us before, you're probably relatively familiar with our dashboard. You maybe have created other collections. That's kind of the magic word at Cheddar Up. We use this word collection quite a bit to describe a web page that you build to gather money or information. So the collections I'm talking about today are specific for group gifting. And I'm not talking about like a peer-to-peer or a point of sale. This is just one feature within Cheddar Up that might be useful to you. So that's kind of what we're honing in on today, more of that feature focus. So let me show you guys a couple of things. And please feel free, if you guys have questions, go ahead, unmute, raise your hand, let me know if you have questions, and I'll kind of keep on stopping as we go here just to see if you guys have any other questions. But so I'm in right now in our dashboard, and I have a lot of folders because I run a demo account here. Now on the demo account, I have a separate folder just for different gift card collections, and you can see I have lots of different ones. Let me show you now a few examples. I do have the one that is a copy of the one that Katie's group did, so I can show you that. And I'll also show you one I did for my own team. And then I'll go ahead and I'll run you through how you would build a collection like this. And I'll also show you the flow for when, say, you were going to send a group gift to a teacher, maybe a coach, maybe a staff member. There's an email that you send out. I'll show you that email too, okay? All right. So let me give you guys a couple of examples. Okay, so this is the big one. This is the one that Greenwood Elementary PTCO did use to gather money for their teachers. Now, they're a relatively big school, okay? And they've done something similar to this for several years. They already had this process somewhat in place, but they were at the point where they wanted to fine tune, adjust, and also start using our gift card store feature. Previously, they were just using us to gather the money, but then they were still stuck with all that money, having to figure out how they were going to get gift cards into teachers' hands. So let me just show you this. So you can see here they broke up their teachers into categories, each grade. They put on the collection an open amount option, so parents could go ahead and just decide how much money they want to give for each individual. They do also have not only just teachers, but they're also trying to gather money for staff members, maybe secretaries, admin, facilities people. They've got their specials teachers, all their support staff, everything on here, okay? So they would go ahead and use this collection to gather the money. I can show you what they did here. Pretty simple. It's a basic open amount collection. You as the parent can decide how much money you want to give this individual. You add it to your cart, and you could do this for 4 or 5 different people. Now, something to note, on this collection, you do need to be upgraded. So you would need to be at least on the Pro subscription plan to run a collection like this with every teacher listed separately. Okay, but you can do this if you don't want to upgrade. You can also do this from our basic subscription plan, which is our free plan, and I'll show you guys that as well. So a couple of examples of when you might do this on a free basic plan depends on the size of your group, right? So here's an example of a collection. Hold on, it should load here. This is one I did for my own swim team. My daughter and 2 of my girls are on a swim team in high school, and I decided I was going to try to coordinate some money for end of season gifts for these coaches, and I just wanted to send them a gift card. I didn't want to deal with the whole Venmo me all of your money, then I'll go get the gift card. I just said shoot me the money through Cheddar Up and I'll send the gift card that way too. So on this one, it's on a basic, I can get away with this on the basic plan because I have less than 5 items on it. So you'll see here I have the 4 coaches, and then we're just capturing that money for each coach. And I did let people, if they wanted to put a little thank you in, and then I grabbed that data and shared it as well. Okay, so that's 2 examples of how you could gather money in Cheddar Up. And then I'm going to show you a 3rd example. We'll build that one quickly, and then I'll show you what it looks like when the money starts to come in. How's everybody doing so far? Any questions, thoughts? Are we on the right track with what you're hoping to get out of this call today? Let me know if you'd like something different too.
Just to clarify, you can duplicate prior campaigns, right?
Yes. So one thing that's really helpful is when you build this up one time, you can now go into your collection. And so, for example, with Katie's group, they're just still running through the second time they want to do this. So their first time they did it around the holidays. They did an end of the 2025 year and they did a collection, kind of like a gift giving collection around the Christmas or holidays time. Now they're at the end of the year and they want to do the same collection. So Katie, yeah, you can go into your account. You'll see your collection. There's a little button that says duplicate. You can just duplicate it and update the image, maybe change the text a little bit in some of your deadlines and just run the whole thing again. Okay, let me show you guys one other example. If you want to be on the basic plan, but you have more than 5 people that you're going to gather money for, this is another way you could do it. So I did work off of one of our templates. We've got all of our details explaining how this gift card collection works. This isn't really a fundraiser, right? You're just gathering money directly for these individuals, and then you're going to go ahead and send them their money. On this one, I set up items that a parent or a donor or a payer could choose from. So I want to give $5 gift cards, 10, 20, or 50. I just pick. So in my mind, I know I want to do a $10 donation for one teacher, Mr. Phipps, right? I'll give him the $10. Then maybe I want to go back and I want to give $5 to a different teacher. I'll just go in here and I'll select a different teacher for $5. So on this one, you're pre-establishing the amounts that you are going to create as options or items for parents or payers. And then you're putting a question on an item to ask the teacher's name. Which teacher do you want to give that to? Okay. So one other thing, I can also, if I want, and this is all available on the free basic plan with Cheddar Up, if you wanted to capture a little bit more information and also include the name of the people that are giving that gift card, you could do that too with what we call a form on a question. So I'm going to put the Wilsons, and then I'm just going to say a nice note, thanks for all you do. And then I'll be gathering, as the organizer, I'll be gathering the money, the teacher's name, and also the family that wanted to contribute and their small note. And all of this can be done on our free basic subscription plan. You can bump up if you want to do each teacher separately. You would want to be on pro or team to do that, but you could just run a full collection through the basic plan. Okay. So then from here, I would be the payer. I would go ahead and submit this and pay my money. Okay. All right. Is everybody following me so far on how the different collections can work for when you want to just set up a collection to gather money? Because now I want to show you, we're going to go back over to our dashboard and I'll show you how you take that money and send the gift card emails out, and I'll show you that email flow. But does anybody have any questions so far? Is this all tracking with you? All right, I'm going to assume we're all doing. Lillian, did you have a question?
So far, so good.
Great, thanks. Okay, so everybody understands where we're at so far. So now let's go back to the dashboard. So we had 3 different examples. So now you're thinking, okay, I know that I'm going to try to run a group gift. I'm going to do it for my sports team. I'm going to do it for the coaches. I'm going to go big and I'm going to do it for my whole school. Maybe I'm a room parent. I'm thinking about my school. I'm just going to do the 3rd grade, right? Like, you have options on how you want to set this up and who you want to organize it for. But these are the different types of collections that you might pull together to start to get that money in. Okay, so let's go back over to our collection dashboard now. And let me show you this one. You'll see I've got some money on it. Okay, so let's see what happens once the money starts to come in. Okay, so the couple things you need to think about as an organizer when you're running this type of collection. Number 1, people might pay by credit card. Credit cards take about 24 hours to clear. So you need to think about that deadline, okay? When you're ready to transfer your money, typically in Cheddar Up, it's going to be 1 to 3 business days for your transfer to move, to be approved and to move, okay? So in your mind, you'll need to back up your deadline on your collection to know that you'll want all your credit card payments to clear. And also you'll need a little bit of time to go ahead and initiate that transfer. Okay. So I like to say to people, maybe give yourself about a week. Pick a dead. When do you want the recipients to all have their gift cards? Work backwards a week from there and use that as your deadline that you're going to put all over your collection. And that deadline, the week prior to when you want the recipients to receive the gift cards, is also going to be the day that you'll close your collection so you don't get any more money on it, right? You don't want a few pending credit cards to come in late and you've already transferred your money, okay? Okay, so then you're on your manage view. You've got all your money. You've closed your collection. If you've used us before, you've looked at instant transfer. You probably are living here in transfer to bank. Okay, this time we're going to go, and I can do it from this other spot too. We have lots of spots where you can transfer money in Cheddar Up, but I'm just going to dig into the balance summary so I can see everything. I can see everything is cleared. Look at credit card cleared, e-check, whatever you decide to turn on or off on your payment settings. And now I have $170. That's all the money put together. Okay. Couple of things you probably need to do. I should have mentioned it. Before you get to this button, you might want to come over here, or I shouldn't say might, you're most likely going to need to. You'll download your collection summary. When you download your collection summary, this is all your data. You're now going to have the information of the money collected. You're going to have the name of the teacher, and you're going to have the recipient, the parent or the sender that contributed that money. Okay. You're going to need that list because you're going to use that list when you go ahead and transfer the money over through the gift card store. So make sure you get your collection summary report. I hope you guys have used this report before. I don't know how fast this one's going to download for me. I'll see if I can pull it up, but I'm going to come back to that in a little bit because I want to make sure I cover everything in 30 minutes. Okay, so I've got my collection summary report. Now I've got all my data prepared. I'm going to come over here to transfer to gift card. Okay. And now, if you haven't looked at this before, couple of things to note. You're going to come over here to send gift card. If you want to understand this whole flow, I do have a couple of videos on it as well. You can go to our Knowledge Center and go under videos, go to features and videos, and then right here, sorry, it should load in a second, group gifts. This will show you the whole flow. I'm going to show it to you right now, so you'll have seen it twice, but sometimes you're kind of wondering how it's all going to work before you hit the buttons. So this is another good spot to go in our Knowledge Center. Okay, so you're going to click on Send Gift Card, okay? Did I click? Here we go. Okay, you're going to click on Send Gift Card, and now from here you have two options. If you only have a couple of people, for example, in my collection, when I did it for the coaches, 4 coaches, I got their emails. I just said to the coach, hey, I'm going to send you a gift card. Can I get your email address? They just gave me all their email addresses. I just came in here, I picked send individual gift card, and I went ahead and I filled this form out. How much money are they getting? Who is it from? What's their name? What's their email? And do I want to put a message on it? You can do one message. If you wanted to, you could take all those individual messages and maybe compile those as well and send them separately. Okay. Okay. So now I can go ahead and send this email. That would be to one. The other thing that's nice in Cheddar Up, and this is what Katie's group did, they downloaded that collection summary report. They got all of their people. That was about 60 some people on a single collection that they gathered money for. And because they had each teacher or staff member named separately, their collection summary report was nice and clean. They knew how much money went to each person. They then came over here to the send multiple gift cards. And they still put in the name, the information, but the trick is on this one, you do upload a CSV file. So if you guys are familiar with CSV files, they're kind of like an Excel or Google spreadsheet file. It's just a general file type. You create a file, all you do is you put their name, their email, and their gift card amount. And you can upload 50 at a time. So in Katie's example, she uploaded 50, then she did another like 65 or so. And then from there, they were able to send out those cards. Katie, I don't remember if you did this or if Jen did this, but was this like super hard for you guys, or how was this whole flow? I know I'm talking a little fast, but I'd love to get your thoughts on this. And then I'm going to show everybody the email so they see how it all works.
I'm sure. So Jen did it, but I will be taking over next year.
Yeah.
So I'm taking some good notes. I have seen the collection summary report, and
Mhm.
I imagine that you can make this CSV file pretty quickly out of using that collection summary report.
You can, yeah. And actually, now that you're reminding me of that, I remember that Jen did message me. She had one question on this. I remember the one hiccup that Jen had was here. You have to, if you haven't done a CSV file before, when you create that spreadsheet, it has to have the exact column headers exactly like you see here. You need to have the words full name with the capital F, capital email with the dash, gift card amount, and you do need all three column headers. Okay. I think that's where she got stuck. And then after I helped her with that, she was good to go. Okay, so everybody tracking me, you put the file in, then you're going to go ahead and hit review and send. This is going to give me an error because I haven't put a name in. But after I hit review and send, I'll get one last chance to look at everything, and then I can go ahead and send it all. Okay, now let me show you guys what the email looks like to the teacher or the coach. Okay, everybody tracking me? Okay, so you hit your send, and here's what happens to the teacher, the coach, the staff member, whoever it is that you use the group gift card store for. They're going to land on this email. Okay, now they have an opportunity to redeem their gift. The note basically says to them, here's how much money you have. You can leave them one note if you want to. For example, everybody at Greenwood Elementary loves you. Thanks for all your hard work this year. Whatever you want to say, right? Now, the teacher or the coach gets the email in their inbox and they're going to click on the redeem your gift. And when they do, they land in our gift card store. The teacher, the coach, the staff member, they can see their balance. Okay. So you may collect 150 for one teacher, 50 for another one, 500 for a different one. That's fine. They're each going to have their own separate amount. It's up to you to make that. You don't need to make any of that public, right? Each teacher just gets this unique email sent to them. And it's not like and you also do not need to share who shared how much. What Greenwood did was they just indicate the family name that contributed, but they did not share the individual amounts, right? But it's nice then because they get this pretty big gift, even if one group only sent $5. So here is the gift card store. Now we have over 150 different gift cards in the gift card store. There is a prepaid MasterCard as well that you might want to tap into. But the nice thing is you don't need to decide. The teacher, the staff member, the coach, they pick. So they can look through all of these different gift cards and they can divide these up too. Maybe they love Athleta and they've been chasing a shirt they want or something there. They can change this amount, right? I should be able to change that. I think this is a demo part of me, so I'm not able to change it here. But the teacher could go in and choose their amount. They could put 90, they could put 45, they could put 25, and they can just reduce their balance with all the gift cards they want. Okay. And that's it. So from an organizer standpoint, you're collecting the money in Cheddar Up, but then you're taking it to the next step where you're also then sending the money through the gift card store and the recipient gets to make all of those choices. You don't need to do any of that. If anybody gets stuck, I always like to tell people how to reach out to us on customer support. And your teachers, your coaches, they can all do this too. I don't think we had anybody from Katie's group that needed to reach out to us. I remember Jen did have one question. A firewall was stopping some of the teachers from being able to open the emails on their work computer. It was just basically what we told them was step outside of your Wi-Fi, go on your mobile phone and open it there. And it all worked fine. But anybody can reach out to us. Friendly support at cheddarup.com. And so even if a teacher gets stuck and you're struggling a little bit to troubleshoot, number one, you can help troubleshoot. So there is a spot in Cheddar Up, and I'm sorry this one doesn't have it. No, it doesn't. But there is a spot in your manage view where you can go in and see each gift card link that you've sent, and you can resend it if you need to. You can also update their email addresses if you need to, in case the teacher says, I gave you the wrong email or it's not going, can you try a different one? But typically you don't run into those types of problems. There is some good manage features for you though that you can go in and adjust. And so because I didn't send the gift card, I don't have that actual little spot there. But that's what I always wanted to, that's some of the things that I like to always point out. out is like you're not totally stuck. If you land in a spot where you need a little help, you guys have us at here at Cheddar Up. So you can reach out to us at friendlysupport@cheddarup.com, and you can also come over here in the far left and click on the chat button and start a chat with us too. So this is a 30-minute conversation. I was trying to get through everything. If you guys have questions, I'm still here. I would love to answer questions, hear your thoughts on all of this. If you didn't get it, if you're done and you know you need to hop off, no problem at all. Hopefully you learned a little bit about our gift card store. You understand how it works. You saw some of the different collections you can create, and then you understand the flow of when you're ready to transfer the money, you're not going to transfer it to a bank. You're instead going to transfer to the gift card store and use that feature as well. So thank you for joining us. Katie, I'm glad you're here. I'm going to stop talking right now. Do you guys have any questions, thoughts, concerns? I was trying to keep an eye on chat, didn't see too much. So is there any questions from anybody?
You have another seminar coming up at
Yeah,
in a half
yeah,
hour?
I'm trying to do these more on Thursday mornings. Is there one specifically you would love to see? I'm thinking maybe point of sale, peer to peer as well. So I have a few on my mind, but I don't know if you have any suggestions.
No, just general stuff, you know. I'm trying to get used to navigating the site from
Yeah.
all angles. And so whatever you're planning to do is fine.
Yeah, keep an eye on it. I'll send out these little emails just like this. It's a personal invitation from me. You know, I had a lot of people sign up for this call, and not everybody can always make it, which is fine. So always, if you want to, just still drop your name in. Even if I have two or three, I'll keep the session going. And now everyone's going to get this sent to them by email too. And it's nice sometimes to just watch on your own time. I get it. People are busy. So anyone else? Any other questions?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Heather.
Thanks. Appreciate you hopping on for a minute. Okay, so if you don't have a lot of other questions, you're welcome, Ms. LaJill. I'm glad you're here. If you guys don't have any other questions, please feel free. I wanted to get you done in 30 minutes, and we did that. So please feel free to go ahead and hang up. Hopefully you got something useful from us on our gift card store, and we were able to hone in on that feature a little bit more. If you want to ask me questions or drop something in the chat, I'll stay on for another minute or two. But I hope you guys had a great day, and thanks so much for joining us on this Thursday morning. And this was a gift card learning session to learn all about our gift card store and group gift giving. So thanks for being here, everyone. Rebecca had one quick question on fees. So there are not any additional fees. Cheddar Up does have fees on credit card transactions and e-check transactions. So when a payer goes to submit money through the collection, say you have Ms. G, Ms. L, Ms. whatever, right? When they go to pay there will be, if they use their credit card, there will be a credit card fee to the payer. Beyond that, no other fees. So when you send all that money over to the teacher or the coaching staff, they won't get hit with any fees. They'll just directly go up to that gift card store. They'll see their balance. And then, yeah, they're not impacted by any of those fees. Just the payer that's submitting the money to the collection on their credit card, they will have a small fee and they will see it as well. It'll be transparent to them. Yeah, good question. I should have mentioned that. So I'm glad you asked that. Okay, thanks a lot for showing up, Tiffany. She hopped off. So thank you, everybody. This was a short little session. I appreciate you guys hopping on. Hopefully you got some good information. I'll keep an eye on questions again, but please feel free. I'll give this another minute and then we'll go ahead and hang up. So thanks for joining us today. Trying to get to my end here. All right. Thanks for joining us, Katie. Take care.